You are listening to the Pushing Buttons podcast, and this is episode number 21. You guys believe it?
We're of drinking age now.
Yeah, 21 weeks. That's drinking age, right?
That's how it works.
In some countries.
That might be accurate. Regardless, this is the weekly video game podcast where we talk about ideas, concepts, opinions, and experiences. And before we get to the show, I'd like to remind you all listening to please share, subscribe, like, comment, follow us on Twitter. You know, the usual. Appreciate you listening anyway.
You can ask us anything you want, and we will respond.
That might be accurate. I'm not sure if that's accurate.
Almost.
Or at least just me.
You can ask Kyle anything.
Anything you want. At all.
By the way, shout out to Melzer.
Hi, Melzer.
I didn't tell you to shout out to Melzer. I was shouting out to Melzer, and then I was looking at you because you said last week that we would name them personally whenever they comment on a video. And he did that and expects it.
Oh, I didn't realize that was the case.
That was your doing.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Melzer.
My name is Kevin.
Thank you, Melzer.
I'm Robert.
Appreciate the props.
And that's Kyle. And today we're going to be talking about a lot of... Kyle's staring at me like he hates me but loves me at the same time.
No, I'm actually shocked that somebody commented and you didn't tell us.
I told Robert. I tell Robert
You
everything.
never tell me anything.
Earlier today.
What is this?
You were probably on the phone.
Unacceptable.
We have a lot of news to cover today. A little bit about following up with the Telltale conversation from last week, talking a bit about PlayStation as well, and a little bit about Xbox and whatever else we kind of want to talk about that's in the news today. But first, Robert, how was your week?
Oh, man, my week was just wonderful.
I don't know how facetious you're being right now, and I kind of don't care.
It was a short week from the last time we talked, so didn't get a whole lot done. I did beat Tomb Raider, first one.
Oh, cool.
So I didn't 100% everything. I'm sorry, Kyle.
I'm not offended.
There's a little part in you that's just kind of dead, right?
Well, no, because you can't 100% that game.
What do you mean?
You can't get all the achievements because they're multiplayer.
Well,
so I
say 100%, I don't mean all the achievements. I mean all the collectibles, all the missions, whatever you can, so that in the game it's 100%. I didn't find everything.
I don't think it's worth it.
No, not really.
Like if it was just the one game out, I would have taken my time trying to get everything, but because I'm trying to get through all three of them, I'm just like play through the story and on to the next one. So finish that. I like that. I'm going to start Rise of the Tomb Raider either tonight or this weekend.
Nice.
And then I'm also excited because I got Forza Horizon 4.
Nice.
Congratulations.
In the mail today.
Oh, you haven't played it yet?
Well,
no, I've been working, so.
Oh.
I'll probably
we work together. You know this.
Probably play some tonight.
I know, that's why I was disappointed. Because I had to work.
Fair.
You can come over and watch me play.
You can stream it.
That's true. If I had the equipment.
But an Xbox. You can stream directly from there.
That's true.
He's right, actually.
You can do that.
That's true. I don't have like a... I
do
Oh,
it.
that's true. You don't have that set.
Yeah, I wouldn't. It would just mean clean.
Do it. Stream.
Anyways, so I'll probably play that
rails pretty quickly.
And that's really it for gaming. I did want to mention that something I'm a huge fan of is the Hellboy graphic novels and the movies. But I recently got this year they started releasing all the Hellboy comics in omnibus editions in chronological order.
Oh, nice.
So I've got all those, and I've been reading through those, and I am enjoying that a lot. It's the art style is fantastic, and Mike Mignola's writing is some of the best comic book writing, and it's really good.
Nice.
I like comics, and so I was excited to read those, and I wanted to mention those.
Cool.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's it for my week.
Nice. Hey, Kyle, do you have anything?
Do
You kind of
I?
warned me in advance that you don't, but...
I mean, not really.
Did you finish Ozark?
No.
Oh. Did you start Maniac?
No.
Let me see.
I did finish Big Brother, wrapped up on Wednesday.
No.
Or, Thursday. Wednesday.
How did that go?
Well, it was kind of...
I've never seen the show, so...
Kyle is our resident
reality
TV
TV
guy.
fanatic.
Fanatic?
I only watch 2 reality TV shows.
That
though.
sounds fanatical.
It's fantastic.
Okay, then you're a fantaz.
I'm a phantasm.
There we go.
Batman Mask. of the
Halloween.
Phantasm.
But did you enjoy it?
It was kind of disappointing because the person that was like the main person who would dictate the course of the game didn't end up winning. He lost to who he brought with him. She was a decent competitor. She won a lot of competitions, but she didn't necessarily dictate the course of the game like he did. So again, the jury voted bitterly. And it was a close vote. It was 4-5.
Is the jury, are they the other contestants of the show?
Yeah, they got evicted.
Okay.
And they determined who the winner is
Understood.
based on their vote. And it was a good finale, and he still won America's Favorite Player. But overall, it was a great season. A lot of fun to watch. And Survivor started up this week as well. Already looking forward to more episodes of that. It's going to be a good season, I think.
Cool.
David versus Goliath is the theme. So there's like a tribe of misfits and a tribe of... Oh, I wanted to ask you this. There's a wrestler on there
Okay.
that you might know. I don't know his name.
Then I don't know if I know him or not.
It's like Mayor of Slamtown. Do you know who that is?
Are you sure that's not a porn star?
Well, I assume every wrestler calls themselves the Mayor of Slamtown.
I've never heard that phrase in my life.
Okay, never mind then. I thought you would know based off of the nickname.
I kind of want to know based off the nickname.
Well, you got a computer in front of you.
It's
Look
recording.
it up.
No, I don't like looking stuff up while recording. It's unseemly.
I see. Okay.
They can't see.
But
hear.
other than those, nothing really much else. Just played WoW again. Did another raid on Wednesday night.
Also, I'm afraid to Google the mayor of Slamtown.
Well, he also called himself, like, other names that I can't remember.
Okay.
It's not exciting.
How was the WoW raid?
It was good. We cleared normal again. Cleared it in one night. So we got on farm status. And we're going to tackle heroic difficulty over the weekend. Basically, getting some good gear now. I got a new weapon.
Word.
So I got an awesome gun. Oh, Robert is
It's
showing...
Johnny Mundo.
Yeah, Johnny Mundo.
Johnny Impact. Johnny Morrison.
Robert just showed Kevin a photo of the guy.
I like that guy. That guy's awesome.
I pulled the
he's
name
on
out of my
Survivor.
brain because I know wrestling.
You should watch it.
I'm not gonna watch
He's
it.
a good character on the show.
Well, he's a good character. He's a charismatic actor.
Tell me about him. I'm curious.
He's a high flyer. Before, Kofi Kingston was the one that always come up with wacky ways to avoid getting eliminated from the Royal Rumble. He did it first.
Mhm.
He's been in Impact for a while. He was in Lucha Underground for a while.
Yeah,
He's
you mentioned that.
Yeah, he's just a crazy wrestler. He's awesome to watch.
Oh,
Yeah.
you should really check out the show then. I think you would like watching him.
It's funny that he's on a reality show because he was tag team partners with The Miz, who got his start on the Real World.
Yep, I remember that.
And he just has a movie coming out soon or something like that.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those WWE.
I think it's like the
Production
Marine,
movies. The Marine
6
6.
or something like that.
Yeah, no one cares. Someone cares. I like The Miz.
Other than that, though, other momentous thing that happened was I had to help Robert get a key for his van because he locked himself out of the van.
I didn't think you were going to bring that up on the podcast. I'm kind of laughing that you did, though.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was monumentous.
Yes.
It's
Yes,
good.
I have a company van. I lock the keys in it.
After work,
After
boss
work.
listens to
after
this
we
one.
closed up.
So did you do much else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, cool. I have
Not a
decided.
very interesting week, I know.
I've decided, with Robert's help, to start Kevin Marvelous Adventures,
Yes.
also known as Kevin's Marvelous Adventures, and also recommended by Melzer in the comments to watch all the MCU movies from front to back, essentially. And I have borrowed Phase 1 from Robert, and I'm going to be starting probably this weekend, I would imagine.
I'm really excited.
I'm fairly excited about it, and I'm going to be giving weekly updates on this podcast because, nothing screams video games like Marvel movies, right? Yeah. What else did I do this past week? I don't really think I did a whole lot. I updated the website a little bit. It looks a little cleaner, a little more compact, a little easier to see a lot more things.
It does look really nice.
I have
Yeah.
not seen the redesign yet. Nice.
It's not really that great. Honestly, with WordPress, all I do is install a new theme and then kind of modify it afterwards. I don't have to do any
Do
of
the
the
links
actual program.
actually work now to YouTube and Castbox?
They should have from the get-go.
Oh, I mean like the toolbar.
They should have from the
and
get-go.
the links at the very bottom of the page.
There are no links at the very bottom of the page.
Okay.
You'll have to look at it. I also did finally try to get in contact with Stitcher, who, from the get-go of putting our podcast up everywhere, Stitcher signed us up, said we were approved, and the link never worked. So I'll hopefully hear back within the next couple of days to see what the deal was with that. And this was only 5 months ago that they did that, and I hadn't said anything until yesterday. But by the time this podcast goes up, I will be either in Portland or on my way to Portland for WWE SmackDown Live, 205 Live, and Mixed Match Challenge, which I am stoked about.
Very good.
I will probably be talking a bit about that. I might even post some pictures on Twitter.
Oh, there you go. That'd be fun.
I'm not one of those people where I'm watching a show and take pictures of it while it's going on,
Right.
but then afterwards I wish that I had. But I'll try to think about it.
As long as you take selfies.
I have no pictures of myself on my Twitter. It's not because I'm against having my face on the internet. It's because I've never taken a selfie unless it had my dog in it. And it was just basically a picture of my dog being cute. And I just happen to be there.
Okay.
I'm not a selfie kind of guy.
Do you do selfies, Kyle?
No.
He doesn't do social media, though, either.
Well, no.
Yeah,
He
I'm a
has a phone.
caveman.
Oh, man. Where to begin with this episode? Let's start. This is the best segue from Caveman to Red Dead Redemption 2, because there's totally a connection there. You guys just need to think a little bit about it to make it, and don't
Connect
tell
the
me.
dots.
Yeah, exactly. It was announced that it's going to be 105 gigabytes to install
Holy!
on the PlayStation 4, and probably similar in size on the Xbox.
I'd reckon so.
Yeah, so I
Massive.
I kind of giggled a bit when I saw the RDR 2 PlayStation 4 Pro bundle. It comes with a 1 terabyte hard drive. I'm like, they better.
Yeah,
10%
really.
of the hard drive right
Yeah.
there for just the installation of the game, not to mention any DLC that comes along the way,
Oh,
any updates
man.
that come out along the way, just to install the game.
With all the stuff they've been throwing at us, like all the different systems and like mechanics in it, it doesn't surprise me, but
No,
it's
but
that's
it's
huge.
massive. Yeah.
Holy crap.
I wonder how much of that was just graphic stuff. Just graphic stuff. That's mostly what takes up
Mostly
space.
it's
in video
audio
games.
files that take up a lot of space on game media.
saw the dynamic horse poop
Yeah, there.
systems.
You get
Usually
rid of
it's
that, and it's
audio.
a 25 gigabyte install max.
And like high res textures,
I'm-
probably.
Actually, thinking about getting if I was to get a PS4 Pro, this would be the time,
Oh, yeah.
because I want Red Dead Redemption 2. But I don't have a TV with HDR capabilities, so I don't think it would be
Yeah.
worth it.
It probably wouldn't, no.
But you can get TVs for, you can get TVs for pretty cheap now.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Well,
Really cheap.
By the time this comes out, it'll be almost Black Friday. You can find a great
I
deal.
don't like Black Friday shopping.
Oh, plus we're all working that day.
Yeah. Well, it's not like it'll be busy. We can shop online.
exactly.
Hopefully nobody that works at this
Man,
company
this
is listening
caveman
to
doesn't
this.
know jack.
I don't get it.
Caveman.
Yeah,
Because I didn't
caveman.
know of technology.
Caveman. Caveman.
Yeah, cut that.
No, I'm leaving that in, and just because you said that, I'm leaving this in too. So now you're just going to hear yourself say, cut that. And it's going to sound awkward. In other PlayStation news, the PlayStation Classic.
Yes, I saw that.
Yes.
Why are they calling it the PlayStation Classic?
Well, that's what Nintendo did, didn't they?
That's my point.
They called it the Nintendo Classic, didn't
It
they?
just seems like that, hey, Nintendo stuff sold well, let's just put our name on something and put the same surname, essentially, at the end of it and let it sell too.
Why not?
It's just, it's lazy. I'm not going to call like
Well,
if
technically,
I re-release an episode of the podcast, I'm not going to call it Pushing Buttons Classic. Actually, that's a
a good
decent idea. Pushing Buttons Classic.
it
I
is
like
good.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
See?
It works. It works.
They want it to be, when you think of it, you automatically think of what's happened before. It's sort of like, oh, it's like a PS1.
There are synonyms for classic, though.
Yeah, but
I don't know. It is kind of it's weird.
it's business. They just want
It's-
money.
Get
And
into it.
parents that are going to be buying stuff for their kids for the holidays are just going to see that. It's going to have that
Recognition.
recognition thing.
I don't think they're based on the list of games that they've announced so far, though. I don't think there's going to be very many kids interested in this. Because
Never
Yeah,
know.
there's a lot of mature stuff there.
well, not just that, but I don't think that like kids that are going to be having Christmas presents from their grandparents have heard of any of these games, with the exception of maybe Final Fantasy VII.
It's a valid point.
But I don't know. You guys have seen the list of games.
Yep.
Have you played any of them? Or are there any games that you guys would add to the list?
Only one I played is Final Fantasy VII, and I played it on my PS2.
So they've also announced Jumping Flash, Ridge Racer Type 4, Tekken 3, and Wild Arms, just to get that out there.
I never played with the original PlayStation that much. I never owned one. The only games I can remember playing on it, like at my friend's house, was I think Jurassic Park.
Tony
Jurassic
Hawk's Pro
Park
Skater was
Lost
on that
World, something
originally,
like
wasn't
Yep,
it?
it was.
That was my game.
I'm sure that'll be on there.
Yeah.
I really hope so. That's licensed, though, isn't it?
Well, I mean,
Neversoft doesn't.
who owns it now?
I don't know who owns it now.
Is it Activision?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
believe so.
Yeah.
Oh, they'd be all over this.
Maybe.
Yeah, they love making money.
Yeah, I guess if
Just look at Blizzard.
I guess the Square Enix is putting Final Fantasy VII on it. But
Yeah.
it's going to be a total of 20 games, so
Yeah, I don't have much experience with it, so I don't think I would get it if they ever announced a PlayStation 2
Yeah, there's a lot of good
classic,
games.
like in 5 years or whatever.
PlayStation
Yeah.
one.
I would definitely be on that.
So
Like,
I specifically actually wanted to ask Kyle this question because I know that he's a PlayStation guy.
Yeah.
So what other games would you put on there?
Oh man, just off the top of my head, the original Resident Evil trilogy. Those were all PS1 exclusives back in the day.
Okay.
Silent Hill 1,
Yeah.
and then you have Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. I'm sure there's gonna be,
That's gonna be on
at
there.
one, if not, yeah, it'd be one because the other two won.
Yeah.
Three.
And
on
then
the
I
PlayStation.
imagine, just to follow suit, Final Fantasy 8 and 9 would also be on there. And Tactics, I hope, because I've never played Tactics.
Tactics.
I've heard
I
good
could
things
see.
about it.
I could see Tactics being on there.
And there's more than that, definitely. Like the medieval games, Parasite Eve games,
Medieval
Spyro,
was, that
Crash
was a fun
Bandicoot.
game.
You know,
I don't
all
think
those.
Crash should be on there just because they wouldn't want to take away from the remaster trilogy
Yeah.
being sold.
I mean, there's the Siphon Filter games.
Oh, Siphon Filter was great.
Mm-hmm.
I like that more than Metal Gear.
Oh yeah.
This is bringing me back. Thank you, Kyle. This is bringing me back.
Of course, me personally, I would love to see Castlevania Symphony of the Night on there.
That's also getting a re-release on
Yeah,
PS4.
that's coming out next month.
That package with Rondo of Blood.
I doubt this will be on there, but I think Xenogears would be a great game to feature on there.
Cool.
I mean, other than that, though, I can't really think of too many other series.
I know a lot
I know
of
I'm
people.
missing a bunch, but
A lot of people are wanting Chrono Cross.
oh yeah,
I've never played Chrono Cross, but I've heard that it does not hold up to Chrono Trigger in the least. But it was a PS1 game. Suikoden, a lot of people are also wanting.
Yep.
I've also never
Yeah,
played
there's-
that.
Yeah, those in particular, and I think Gran Turismo might make it on there.
That would be cool too. I played the first two Gran Turismo games, and I liked those. Parappa the Rapper.
Oh, that'll be on there for sure.
I hope so. That has to be. Kick Punch, it's all in the mind.
And then you mentioned Tony Hawk. I think that'll be on there too.
I hope so. That was my jam. The only other games that I really played, I think I've talked about this before, Jeopardy and the Animaniacs bowling game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think those are gonna make it.
No, I don't think they're going to make the cut.
And then I know there were several other RPGs that they could put on there. Like I think it's called the Lunar series, which I've heard good things about, but I've never played them.
So
And
those
then,
are RPGs?
Yeah, it was like another JRPG series.
Okay.
And then I think Harvest Moon, was that on PlayStation first?
You know, I don't know. I know they're Nintendo now.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
And then I think Klonoa might be on there, or Tomba.
Tomba's
PlayStation.
Yeah, I thought that was announced for some reason. Maybe that was
You're thinking of Tekken, probably.
No, I was not.
Oh. By the way, what is Jumping Flash? I have no idea what that is.
I don't know either.
And, of course, Ridge Racer is going to be on there, so probably no other racing games aside from those. I was always thinking of, like, Test Drive. You remember that?
I don't.
Racing series? That was a PlayStation, like, that spawned countless sequels.
The only one I remember, actually, is Test Drive 5, and I think I only
Yeah.
remembered it because it rhymed.
I think that's the one I played on PlayStation.
Driver started on PS2, right?
Twisted Metal as well. They'll have a Twisted Metal game on there, I'm sure. That was a fun game back in the day.
Yeah, those were pretty fun back in the day. Not much into the car combat games now, but I don't think people really make them anymore.
No.
There was a WCW one.
Was there really?
I think there was also a WWF one back in the day, but I remember the WCW one people thought was pretty good.
The only other one I can remember was... God, I can't remember the name of it now. I think it started with like a V. Ah, damn it.
I don't know.
Shoot.
That's okay.
I remember there was Full Throttle on 360. That was their big thing.
So is this something you guys are interested in? Does the nostalgia of the PS1 grip you guys?
Personally, no.
I'm a big sucker for nostalgia, but it's not grabbing me either.
I didn't buy the NES or SNES Classic.
It's crazy going to the store and seeing SNES classics on shelves now. It's really weird with how rare they were when they came out. Not the NES, just the SNES classics on shelves that I've seen.
There's so many emulators now that you can download for free.
Yeah, Nintendo's really cracking down on those emulators.
Yeah, they're really stingy.
Yeah.
And on their Wii shop, I think they had a whole bunch of retro games on there that they would sell for like $10 at a time. Which is really expensive.
Even on the PlayStation 4, they've released a lot of...
PS2 classics.
Well, yeah, the PS2 classics, PS1 classics, and a lot of other retro arcade games that are like $8 a piece. And it seems really weird, but you can get a collection of them for $30 or buy them at $8 a piece when there's like 50 of them. Yeah. It's like, why would anyone want to spend that kind of money?
I would like to see, personally, like a GameCube classic, because I lost my original GameCube.
Oh.
And I think that'd be really fun to make portable, because it was made to be portable. So having like an all-in-one GameCube would be really fun.
Yeah. So,
or a 64 for that matter.
Do you think Microsoft would ever do this, or you think they're going to be the cool guys and just say, hey, we got backwards compatibility. We don't need to release new hardware. You can play old games on your current hardware. I think that's the way to go.
That sounds like something they would say, yeah.
That almost sounds like exactly how Phil Spencer would say it, too.
Yeah.
Well,
we don't need to create new hardware. We've got this current hardware that you already have.
Yeah.
Just play these old games.
I mean, with the one already playing original Xbox games.
Yeah.
There's
let's
no
really
need.
dive into this. Xbox Classic. Halo. That's it.
PsyOps. But it was also on PS2.
Cameo. Fable.
Fable would have to be. But
Star Wars Knights of the Republic.
Yeah. So many of those are playable
it.
elsewhere, though. Specifically PC, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Xbox would ever do that.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
PlayStation came out as... we have all these games, all these old games on our arcades service that you can get from PS1, PS2. They didn't need to be backwards compatible, but Xbox, and that's what I love about Microsoft as far as the Xbox goes, is that they're full in on this backwards compatibility, and I think that's great. I still don't own an Xbox. I keep saying Horizon? Forza Horizon 4.
Yeah.
Forza Horizon 4 is that possible last straw for me to actually go out and buy one.
If there's a good Black Friday deal for the, was it the XS?
The Xbox One X?
Yeah, Xbox One X, then I'll probably jump on it.
You know, I very well might too, depending on how badly I need to upgrade my computer. My computer comes first.
That's true.
I would be very excited if either one of you got one. Tears of joy.
I mean, I saw the review for Forza. It looks like it's really high scored.
It looks really good. It looks like it plays phenomenally.
the whole series has been fantastic thus far. So,
And I hate racing games, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to trying it out.
yeah,
You know,
I told you, man. That's why I enjoy it, because it's not.
All because you sold me on it.
Yeah,
I just realized The Crew 2 is actually having a free weekend this weekend because Forza Horizon 4 is coming out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, by this weekend, I'm talking about the weekend before this, before you guys are listening to this. We're recording this a few days early. Thank goodness. So if there's any updates on the PS Classic between now and Tuesday, then we're sorry for missing out on that.
yeah.
Indeed.
Something else that Microsoft's always been about, but PlayStation's been a little hesitant on, is crossplay.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, there's a game. It just so happens to be Fortnite. But Sony said, okay, we're doing it. They're finally going
That's
all in
crazy.
on crossplay. I'm excited for the opportunities that this might come up with in the future. Games like Minecraft, I don't care about, but I know that's one that's on all the systems. I love Rocket League, and if I could play with me on my computer and my fiance on my PlayStation, have full screens, and us play together, I think that would be a killer time. I would greatly enjoy that.
I'll tell you, it's really fun. Like, when I was playing Final Fantasy 14 for a while with Mariah, she was on the computer, I was on the PS4. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
You would enjoy it a lot.
yeah, I could see that. And
Yeah.
the fact that it's finally happening between a Microsoft system, and a Nintendo system, and a Sony system all at the same time. That's exciting. I don't know if I should think Fortnite for it. One of these days, I think I might have to try that.
You're not really missing anything.
I think it would be fun to watch me fumble around in that game.
I think that would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can always
Especially if I
stream it from
streamed
your
it.
computer.
Yeah.
It's on PC.
I know. I'm aware. It's also on PS4. I have both. I don't have the PS Plus, so I'd have to get on PC.
Is it really a good thing that a game like Fortnite is so expansive?
Like so popular
Like,
mainstream.
Yeah, like
No, because then you get
all
kids
encompassing.
doing the floss dance.
Can you demonstrate that for me?
I can't. I'm sorry. I'm physically incapable of dancing in any way, shape, or form.
Can you demonstrate it for me, Robert?
I can't do it.
I can't do it either.
You move.
You seem sad by that.
Yeah, I thought it'd be kind of fun.
I was really hoping that the shepherd dance from Mass Effect would catch on, because I like to do that from time to time. Just got to do the wiggle your hips a little bit, moving your wrists. It's all in the wrists.
all
I
in the
wish you guys could see what I was doing right now, especially Kyle. He's really getting into it right now. But yeah, Fallout 76 isn't going to do crossplay.
I thought I heard in an article
Yeah,
that
it's
not at launch, but they said it was coming eventually. I thought that's what I saw.
What I read just today is that their the system that they've built it
Gotcha.
on doesn't support it, or
Okay.
how they've created the game doesn't support crossplay.
Gotcha.
And what he said is it's not he. I think that was, I almost said Phil Brooks, but that's CM Punk. Hines.
Is it Pete Hines? No, that's someone else.
The guy at Bethesda said
Okay.
that it's not just a simple switch you can flip, but wasn't Fortnite accidentally crossplay enabled for the first day that it was on consoles?
I don't know.
Before it was
idea.
big? There was a game that was accidentally crossplay enabled on the PlayStation, and Sony had them shut that down. So I guess, I'm not a game developer, and I'm sure every game it's a case-by-case basis based on how you program the game, but yeah, I don't care. I'm not going to play. If I do play Fallout 76, I wouldn't want to play the scrubs on a PS4 and Xbox anyway. PC all the way.
Yeah, it's not something I care about either because
It's Fallout. It's another Fallout game.
I just don't care about playing online with other people.
Have our thoughts changed on Fallout 76?
No,
You still
I
getting
don't
it
think so.
when it comes out?
I'm still definitely not.
Me too. How about you?
I wasn't planning on getting it.
Oh, we're all in agreement then.
If I could play the beta, I would, but that would
Yeah.
be it. I wouldn't pre-order the game to play the beta, though.
I am curious about it because I do love Fallout, but
I loved Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3. That was
Yeah.
it. I didn't play the originals, and I didn't care for 4.
just MMOs are my thing.
It's not even an MMO. I wouldn't classify it as
I
an
would
MMO.
not classify it as an MMO.
From my perspective, I would. It's an open world with other players that doesn't have a traditional Fallout story, so it's...
I thought they said it does have a traditional Fallout story.
But it's... You know what I mean, though? He said there's no... Like, all your quests are given through, like, robots and stuff. There's no, like, talking NPCs. So it's not... It's not Fallout.
Not traditional.
It's just you're supposed to play with other people,
Fallout.
and I don't care to do that.
Yeah. 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 The other thing, I was actually planning on this being a Sony-focused episode with all the news, but it sounds like I'm being a Microsoft
You're talking
fanboy.
about Xbox a lot.
I'm becoming a Microsoft fanboy without even owning their system because they're adding mouse and keyboard support to... They're giving developers the choice of whether or not they want to have mouse and keyboard support in their games, which is another selling point for me. Being anytime I play a first-person shooter, I'm like, no, I have to play it on a PC because I can't control with an analog stick. I have to have a keyboard and mouse.
How would that be comfortable though on like a big TV screen?
Well, it
Like
depends.
mouse and keyboard.
For me, it would depend on how far back it was, how far back I was sitting, and if I could get a table that had a decent height for a mouse and keyboard. Because computers are set up to have that comfort with your arms being at the same height the whole time.
Yeah.
When you're holding a controller, you can sit back and relax. You can sit however you need to sit. You have to sit very specifically for a mouse and keyboard. I've been talking a lot. What do you guys think?
The news doesn't really do much for me.
Yeah.
Basically, if I'm gonna play with the mouse and keyboard, I'll just use my PC anyway.
Yeah, but what about Forza Horizon? I'd use a
You would
controller
want
for that too.
Yeah, would you really want to play that with mouse and keyboard?
I'm just saying, if I were to ever play a Halo game,
Like Halo Infinite.
if I was like super stoked about a Halo game coming out, then I would be like, okay, I want to play that with a mouse and keyboard. Because I've only ever played the original Halo, and it was on PC. I played a little bit of Halo Reach, but I didn't care for it with the controller.
That does nothing for me because obviously I'm never going to use a mouse and keyboard to
But
play an Xbox game.
It's cool though, because Microsoft also made that that controller that has different
The
ways
adaptive
of
controller?
Yeah, that is so cool. That is the neatest idea I've seen for any way to play a video game.
Yeah.
It's so cool. You can use your feet, you can use your hands. However, it's meant for people that have any kind of physical disability to be able to play games just like other people do. Yeah. And it's the neatest thing.
It really is.
And it's making me wonder why I'm so adamant about Sony, but it's I know what it is, and it's the exclusives.
Yeah.
Sony exclusives are always better, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely.
They're always my style of game, I should say. I think that's a good way to put it. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of my style of games, I like my transitions today. They're so full of pep and energy.
It's time to talk about something sad.
No. Well, yes. Yes and no. I wanted to kind of finish up a conversation we started last week about Telltale games. Their sudden closure has left a lot of unemployed people.
Yeah.
Without severance pay. And it's a horrible thing, and I want to clarify what I was talking about last week when I said that I want their legacy to continue, and I want to be able to play those games and have a good time. And it's not specifically because I think that Telltale... It had nothing to do with how they're managed. I want their legacy to live on because the people that were creating those games, the people that don't work there anymore, or even the 25 people that do, the people that were creating these games had a passion for what they were doing, enough so that they weren't getting paid for overtime, and that obviously they should have been. But I want to play those games just as my tribute and thanks for what they've done. So I'm planning on playing through as many of them as I have
it's not like it's all
interest in.
gone. They're moving on to other opportunities and
Well,
continuing their
Hopefully.
build their legacy.
Hearing all the stories coming out of it, though, about how toxic of a work environment it was, being forced to work overtime, the crunch periods at the end of a game, taking on too many projects at a time.
That happens with every developer.
Yeah, but
you remember Team Bondi with LA Noire? Man, they
Oh,
were
yeah.
overkill
Yeah.
on that game. And Red Dead Redemption too, the first one.
Yeah, there were a lot of stories from that.
Yeah.
But just did you see how many games Telltale was pumping out on an annual basis?
They clearly had no control over anything that they were working on.
They saw their money
overreaching.
dwindling. Yeah, exactly. They saw their money dwindling. It's like, you know how you can make more money? Sell more games. Here, make all these games, and
Yeah.
forced everybody to work ridiculous hours, stay away from their families during the crunch times, and they didn't even get a severance pay out of it. But I do want to play those games, and I think it'd be really cool if we all three played those games. Like
I'd
together or separately, and probably together. Like,
Well, even the
You could
ones
play-
that we played before?
well, like I would play The Walking Dead because I haven't played them, or The Wolf Among Us because I haven't played that one.
And that's the only one I have played, so
Oh, okay.
I could play all of them.
He could play. Robert could play Tales from the Borderlands because we've played that, and just the ones that we haven't played. And I know we'd
Yeah.
probably have to fight over Batman, but but yeah, I think that'd be really fun.
I kind of want to play the Jurassic Park one too, even though I heard
forgot
that was
about that.
that was kind of one of the lesser ones. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
for
and
me,
Back to the Future. Jinx.
That's the one I would like to play.
I've had that on Steam for so long now, and it's
too.
weird too
Yeah.
because it was before season passes were a thing.
Yep.
So it's listed as 5 different games. It's Back to the Future Episode 1 through 5 individually in my Steam library. So I don't quite own 600 games.
it all comes unraveled now.
Thanks, Telltale.
I was thinking of something to talk about.
That's good. I haven't been.
I mean, we're heading into the holiday season,
Accurate.
and I feel like there's only one game that's overshadowing the rest, and that's Red Dead Redemption 2.
Overshadowing the rest? Yes, it's not my only anticipated game.
See, this is what I want to dive into. What is it?
There's a game that I don't want to talk about because I'm planning on it's a sequel to a game that I just bought yesterday, and I'm planning on putting videos up on YouTube of me playing.
Then we will not unravel.
I just gave a lot of
Surprise.
hints.
I'm not going to ruin it.
If you guys want to guess what it is, feel free. I'll read the comments. Well, yeah, there's a game coming out later on this year that is a sequel, and I'm not talking about Red Dead, obviously, to a game that is a sequel to one that I just bought yesterday. And I'm hoping I can have enough time to play and record and edit and upload. That'd be a lot of fun, and that's the whole reason I bought the game, to be honest.
I mean, can I say that
Probably.
it says a lot about the industry when there's this big looming release that's going to drop in the middle of it? That it kind of makes everything else look not worth playing.
That's just how Rockstar is.
I mean,
I also think it's depends on people too, because some people don't care about that and are super excited for the next Black Ops or whatever.
Some people only play Call of Duty. Some people only play Madden.
Personally, for me, I totally forgot those games were coming out, so I'm not one of them. But I know
Right.
some people are like that.
well, I mean, we still have a great line of games coming out. I mean, you just mentioned Forza.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're also getting Assassin's Creed again next month.
Oh snap! Next week.
Yeah. And it's like not even on my radar because of Red Dead.
totally
Like,
forgot.
I totally don't have any inclination to play that because of Red Dead Redemption.
Because you're saving up all your open world points to spend them all on Red Dead.
I might get a game the day that Assassin's Creed comes out.
Assassin's Creed?
WWE 2K19.
Whoa,
Knew
a
it.
wrestling game.
Yeah, I was talking about it a couple weeks ago. I was on the cusp of buying it or deciding whether or not I wanted to buy it. They did what Forza Horizon did. If you pre-order it, you can play it the Friday before it comes out, and it comes out the following Tuesday. That's a pretty neat concept. A pretty good way to incentivize pre-orders. I'm not adverse to that because you get something in return for pre-ordering it. I always thought that you should get something. I wish that it wasn't being able to wrestle as Rey Mysterio or Ronda Rousey. So yeah, being able to play 4 days early is actually, I think, a pretty good reason to. If you're really into it, it's a good reason to pre-order it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
outside of getting a discount. That would be number one for me. Would be getting a discount, but that doesn't happen anymore.
No.
Yeah, I remember.
Curse you, Amazon.
I mean, compared to this year, like last year was packed. Like October 27th was especially
It's Pop Culture Day.
Pop Culture Day, man.
Yeah.
Stranger Things 2 premiered, and then Super Mario Odyssey,
It's a great
and then
game.
Assassin's Creed Origins.
It's a good game.
And I'm probably missing a couple others there, like a movie or two, I
Probably.
think. But I just don't see that this year, aside from Red Dead.
Well, there's Battlefield. I'm not going to say front. Battlefield 5 coming out.
I mean, do people still look forward to those?
Some people, I'm sure, do.
Melzer, do you still play Call of Duty or Battlefield? Please let us know.
What else is coming out between now and the end of the year?
Super Smash Brothers.
What else is coming out? No, I don't care about Smash.
I mean, I'm not as rabid of a fan as I used to be.
Rabbids. I need to finish Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I've only done the first world or part of the first world. That'd be a fun one to stream too. I say that.
You know what would be
lot.
another fun one
A
to
lot of
stream?
games would be fun to stream.
Mario Party.
That's coming out February or is it this
Actually,
year?
it's next month.
Really?
Yep.
Next month is in October?
Yes.
Or okay.
Like, as of this podcast, it's this month.
Okay.
But technically, it's next month for the three of us.
Okay. Because they're living in the future.
Yeah.
How is the future? Is it as dark as it's been lately? It's been pretty dark lately.
So, oh yeah, I forgot. So if that's the case, the day this comes out, I will have Assassin's Creed.
And I will be in Portland.
That's next week.
Wait.
Assassin's Creed.
I said that 5 minutes ago, yeah.
Damn, dude.
Oh, I thought it was coming out on the Friday.
Next Friday, but because I pre-ordered, I get it on Tuesday.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, WWE 2K19 comes out the following Tuesday, but if you pre-order, it comes out next Friday.
Gotcha.
So, different days. The pre-order for
Same.
WWE 2K19 comes out the same day as the regular release of Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
I've got a question
Got it.
for Robert.
Okay.
I'll try to answer
How do you
too.
have so much time to play all these games you're buying? And can I get some of that?
The answer is that it's simple. I don't. They just pile up.
You got a
And I
backlog
just
growing?
play them one at a time.
That's all you can do.
That's all I can do.
You don't play them like at the same time.
I can't because then I'll get the controls jumbled up.
Well, no, what you do is you use the that Xbox controller that I was talking about. We'll just play it with your feet, and then you play your PlayStation with
But-
your hands, and you just look back and forth really fast, or have your daughter try to communicate what's going on.
I'd
on the
have
TV
to have
you're not
two
paying
TVs.
attention to.
I only got one in the room.
You can do split screen.
Set up a bunch of mirrors to look at the TV in the living room.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just get a little computer monitor. Just steal one from work. No one will notice.
No. Like that one over there in the corner that hasn't been used in a year.
I think it's because the monitor's broken. So feel free. You'll probably be doing the company a favor by disposing of it.
I've got another question for you.
Okay.
What movies are coming out this year that you're looking forward to?
Oh boy. I think we did this a couple weeks ago. Because I remember mentioning Aquaman.
I do remember falling asleep.
Well, Aquaman,
I want to make a
Venom.
movie that's a spoof of
Yeah,
Aquaman.
are you going to see that?
And
Yeah,
it would be
I want
about
to.
me. And I'd call it Awkward Man.
Are you
That's-
going to see Venom, Kevin? Guess Spider-Man,
I
your favorite
might.
superhero.
He's not in it.
I might.
But it's Spider-Man.
I wish. I wish it was connected.
It's not connected? He's not going to be in it?
No.
Oh, I thought he was going to make like a cameo or something.
There were rumors, but I don't see it happening.
Oh, that sucks.
I'll eventually see it because I'm watching the MCU movies in order.
Yeah.
So I'll
It's not
I'm
MCU,
having to
though.
Watch it.
It's
Oh.
technically not, no.
Yeah.
Then I won't probably watch
Yeah.
it. Though I did watch.
That's why.
I did
Spider-Man's
watch
not
the
in it.
crappy Spider-Man movies and the almost as crappy Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Over the weekend?
No, in general,
Say that
Oh, in
again.
the past. Okay.
I
You
have.
talking crap about Spider-Man 2?
Those Spider-Man movies are bad.
You're bad.
Who's bad?
Shame on you.
Robert's about to web shoot you in the face.
Spider-Man 3,
Hopefully it is web.
yes. Bad.
That movie was...
Spider-Man 2 is one of the pinnacles of the genre. Fight me.
I must just not remember it.
Robert's showing off his power level a little bit.
He's trying to. You can zip your pants back up, put it away.
Okay, Four Eyes.
Spider-Man 2 is so great, but you were wearing glasses. I'm totally not the nerd. You are. That's what you sound like. Mr. One Game at a Time. What are you guys looking forward to for the rest of the year? Let us know. Hit us up on Twitter at PushingButtonsP. We might talk about you 3 times in an episode. Who knows?
Thanks, Meltner.
However you're listening to this episode, thank you for listening to this episode. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, etc., etc. Until next week. Talk to you later.
Adios.
Good night.
Love you. Love you.